my god, dude, this is the worst thing to happen to Batman since the Joker. Uh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review, and this is my review for Batman and Robin. Easily the worst film in the series, and Batman Forever was pretty damn bad. Directed by Joel Schumacher. Again, this is a movie like the last one that should have never been made. It was just completely horrendous from beginning to end. I thought I had this downloaded because I just have all the comic book movies downloaded in general because I like to have the collection. But I realized that the download I had for this movie was like a partial. So I actually paid money, rented this, spent a whole $4 to put myself through this crap once again. That's how much I mean to do right by you guys watching these movie reviews. This was fucking horrible all the way through. George Clooney comes in as Bruce Wayne Batman. Chris O'Donnell comes in as Dick Grayson Robin. Alicia Silverstone comes in as Barbara Wilson, not Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. Arnold Schwarzenegger comes in as Dr. Victor Freeze, Mr. Freeze. Uma Thurman as Pamela Isley, Poison Ivy. Michael Goff reprises his role as Alfred Pennyworth, and Pat Hingle reprises his role as Commissioner Gordon. So the very first thing you see in this movie are a bunch of close-up shots of George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell's asses in these damn latex suits. And the bat nipples. Let's not forget the nipples on the costumes now. That was ridiculous. Victor Freeze. I like Arnold Schwarzenegger in some things he does. He's not really a great actor. He's good at action movies. Let's be honest. So this was very uninspired casting because he was just not a great actor. This wasn't a great action role for him. Like, everything about this movie was so off the charts cheesy. I'm willing to bet that every 30 seconds that Mr. Freeze is on the screen, you hear some terribly cheesy pun coming out of Schwarzenegger's mouth. Like, that was the Mr. Freeze character. It was ridiculous. Uma Thurman as Pamela Isley. So she again finds out that there is this guy who is, leaking toxins into the water and stuff. She's going to expose him. He kills her. She gets resurrected by the venom and the poisons in these plants. And again, just off the charts, very campy, very, very, very cheesy. And you have all the staples for a bad Batman movie here. You have Mr. Freeze's thugs who are dressed in these completely campy, terrible outfits. Just some people for Batman to beat up on. Uma Thurman then finds an even crazier looking bunch of thugs with a bunch of paint and black light so that everything highlights. It was just god awful. God awful. But one of the worst parts about this is Bane. They create Bane in this movie, who is teamed up with Poison Ivy, and he is literally a mindless, foam padded, so he looks really muscular type of character that, says one word lines and just grunts them out. And that was Bane. And it was horrible. And of course, there was a big face-off between Batman and Bane that lasted maybe 30 seconds. And it was horrible to watch. Like, they were all moves that I could have done better. It was just really, really, really bad. So at the end of the day, Freeze and Poison Ivy team up, even though they have completely different ideas of what they want to do with this world. It goes nowhere. Eventually, Poison Ivy tries to kill Freeze's wife. Batman saves her. She gets found out. And then Batman tries to turn Victor Freeze into a good guy, get him to do the right thing. But I think if you gave me the same amount of money for this movie at that time and told me to make a movie about Batman, I could have done better, and I know nothing about making a movie. This was just god-awful in every way, shape, and form. There is literally nothing good I can say about it, and I mean that genuinely. You would think that you would at least get Barbara Gordon. But no, instead of having Commissioner Gordon's daughter, it's Alfred's niece, I think it was. And let's be honest, Alicia Silverstone, at the time of this movie, was already past her prime. So it was bad, dude. It's a 0 out of 10. This does not even need to be watched by anybody ever. It is absolutely horrible. No redeeming qualities to this movie whatsoever. There's really not. Going back and watching this, there is nothing redeeming about this movie. Every moment of this movie has something just outlandish, over the top, absolutely corny. Bad script, bad dialogue, bad delivery. I mean, it was exactly the worst Batman movie ever made. So, ladies and gentlemen, 0 out of 10, that's where I'm at. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz, Kaged Nation, out.